What if I told you that you could escape the crushing stress, the endless political chaos, and the skyrocketing cost of mainland America without actually leaving the United States at all? I'm talking about no passport requirements, no complex visa applications, no foreign laws that you don't understand. You just pack your bags, book a ticket and go. Please note, and before you moan, even though I am clearly from across the pond, I am a dual citizen and currently in the US, so I gave myself permission to comment on this subject. Most people think escaping the rat race means moving to Bali, Portugal or Mexico. But there's a secret list of places where the American flag still flies. The currency is the dollar, and your citizenship grants instant access, yet the lifestyle feels like another planet. We're talking turquoise waters, year-round summers, and a pace so slow you'll forget what rush hour feels like. Wait until you see number 4. It looks like the Maldives, acts like a small town, but comes with US healthcare access. Let's be real. Burnout is real. Between high living costs, noise, crowds, and extreme weather, many are searching for an exit strategy. We want peace, lower rent, and waves crashing instead of sirens wailing. The premise is simple but life-changing. You can legally move to certain US territories and nations under the Compact of Free Association, COFA, without immigration hassle. By the end, you'll know where to live cheaply, quietly, and differently, all while keeping your US safety net intact.
Here's a quick clarification on not leaving. Moving to US territories is like moving state to state, legally the same as going from Ohio to Florida. We cover the US Virgin Islands, the Northern Mariana Islands, American Samoa, Guam, and Puerto Rico. We're also including wildcard nations like Palau, which under COFA. Let US citizens live and work indefinitely without a visa. If you're a US citizen, you can move to every place on this list with zero immigration paperwork. You just show up.
Let's get into it. Here are 10 places where you can escape the US without leaving the US. First up, at number 1 is Rota, the quietest US territory you've never heard of. If life feels too loud, Rota is your antidote. Its population is smaller than some New York apartment complexes. Known as the Friendly Island, it's part of the Northern Mariana Islands. Life is defined by what's missing. No crowds, no traffic jams, not even one traffic light. The pace is glacial, locals are welcoming, and people stop blocking their doors. Limestone cliffs drop into deep blue water, and the island is extremely clean. Imports can be pricey, but rents are shockingly cheap, and you can find a house for a few $100s. USPS operates here, so you get mail and Amazon packages, and use the US dollar. It's ideal for introverts, writers, artists, and remote workers. The downside, very limited shopping and infrequent flights, so island fever is possible.
Moving on to number 2, Saipan, the main island of the Northern Mariana Islands. Tropical living meets creature comforts here. It blends raw beauty with real infrastructure, feeling like a laid-back American town in the Pacific. Mild traffic, hotels, resorts, tourism, street markets, festivals, and a mix of Chamorro, Carolinian, Filipino, and American cultures shape daily life. Grocery stores are solid, restaurants plentiful, and conveniences modern. The weather is famously consistent, holding the Guinness record for the most equitable temperature on Earth at around 80 degrees year-round. Ideal for families, retirees, and remote workers. The downside, imports are expensive, making groceries pricey.
Next, at number 3, is Tinian, Saipan's calm little sister, friendly, quiet, and untouched by heavy tourism. If Rota feels too isolated, Tinian is the perfect middle ground. Famous as the Second World War launch point for the atomic bombs, today it's peaceful. With a small population, the community is tight-knit. The beaches are spectacular and often empty, and the wide, empty roads run through areas once used by the military. Moving here is simple. Fly into Saipan, then take a short flight or ferry. Being close to Saipan means access to hospitals and big grocery stores while living in a rural beach paradise. Ideal for a farming meets ocean lifestyle, but the downside is the tiny job market unless you work remotely or have a specific skill. Number 4 takes us to the Caribbean. St. John in the US Virgin Islands. The jewel of the US Virgin Islands, it's living inside a postcard. 2/3 of the island is national parkland, preventing overdevelopment. Life revolves around the water, with stunning beaches like Trunk Bay and excellent snorkeling. The vibe is eco-conscious and small town. There isn't an airport, access is via ferry from St. Thomas, keeping crowds down. Perfect for nature lovers and city escapees. The downside, expensive housing due to limited land and high demand. At number 5 is St. Croix, the largest US Virgin Island, but the most spacious and relaxed. St. John is for nature, St. Thomas is for shopping, and St. Croix is for living. It blends rainforest in the west with desert in the east, with a slow but culturally rich pace. Christiansted and Frederiksted offer Danish colonial architecture, Agriculture helps with costs, the food scene is excellent, and the people are warm. Housing is more affordable than on other US Virgin Islands, with US systems, hospitals, and full amenities, ideal for families and long-term settlers. The downside, inconsistent job market, and very high electricity costs.
Number 6 is St. Thomas, the most developed US Virgin Island. Island life with malls, big grocery stores, and easy flights is here. Charlotte Amalie is busy with tourists, but the hills offer amazing views. Stores like Cost You Less, major hospitals, and direct mainland flights make life convenient. The social scene is lively with bars, clubs, and boating culture, ideal for those who want the Caribbean without extreme isolation. The downside, extremely touristy, with cruise ship traffic killing the quiet escape vibe.
Number 7 is American Samoa, one of the most culturally authentic US territories and the only one south of the equator. If you want to disconnect from Western culture, this is it. Rooted in Fa'a Samoa, life is built on respect, family, and religion. Crime is incredibly low. Landscapes dramatic with volcanic mountains dropping into the ocean. Life is slow and peaceful. Sunday is a day of rest. Almost everything shuts down. Costs are reasonable. Lifestyle simple. You're not coming for nightlife. You're coming for community and nature, ideal for outdoor lovers, cultural explorers, and tranquility seekers. The downside, remoteness, slow internet, expensive imported goods, and long waits for packages. A quick story. My friend's identity was taken at an airport cafe because he used the free Wi-Fi. His emails, bank details, and socials were exposed after just one login. It took him a long, stressful time to make sure his information was safe again. Since then, I always travel using a VPN, so I'm partnering with NordVPN. NordVPN protects your data on public Wi-Fi and lets you enjoy your favorite shows from home abroad without limits. It also allows you to continue to suffer watching your favorite sports teams. Protect yourself and get quicker, safer internet with my link. You'll thank yourself later. Guam, the heavyweight, is 8th. Imagine Hawaii without the high prices. Westernmost US point. Due to a large US military presence, Guam has excellent infrastructure, roads, internet, malls, movie theaters, and American restaurants. Warm, never-freezing Tumen Bay has crystal clear water and a beautiful beach. Property and rents are far lower than Hawaii. Big expat communities make meeting individuals simple, perfect for remote professionals, military families, and tropical suburbanites. The drawback, long expensive trips to the mainland make missing home festivities normal. Number 9 is Puerto Rico, the largest and most diversified US territory. The archipelago with surfer towns, mountain villages, cosmopolitan San Juan requires no passport and runs on Eastern Standard Time, great for remote workers. Rincon has downtown condos, highland coffee farms, and beach bungalows. Healthcare is good, and all major stores exist. Huge tax advantages attract young professionals and entrepreneurs. Ideal for digital nomads, retirees, and families seeking Latin culture and American convenience. Unreliable infrastructure, some risky areas, power outages, and hurricane recovery are issues. Palau, the wild card, is 10th. Independent yet with the compact of free association, Americans can live and work here indefinitely without a visa. Just bring a US passport and remain. The Rock Islands grow like limestone mushrooms from blue lagoons in Palau, offering world-class diving, peace, and tranquil life. And your passport receives the Palau Pledge, pledging to defend their land. It's really safe and isolated from American politics. Ideal for nature enthusiasts, divers, and minimalists seeking paradise. One drawback, great remoteness and non-US mail and healthcare systems. Which should you pick? Rota and inland Puerto Rico have the lowest cost of living. For the most developed lifestyle, visit St. Thomas or Guam. Tinian or American Samoa offer complete serenity. Puerto Rico or Saipan have schools and activities for families. Nothing beats St. John or Palau for nature enthusiasts. Puerto Rico and Guam have the best web, food, and beach lifestyle. This helps you reconsider. You're planning, not dreaming. You understand the pros, cons, and loopholes. If you got this far, you want to escape the noise. To which island would you escape? Are you a Guam City slicker or St. John nature lover? Let me know if you're interested in a part 2 for territories and loopholes most Americans have never heard of. The world is big, and your backyard is bigger than you think. Pack your bags. We'll see you in the next one, and don't forget to subscribe.